So I wanted to make a video about what I want you to do this week. I'm going to talk about all the composition techniques and the links. So just like last week, you have your objective, you do your warm up, you check your stock, and then I want you to look at these 3 links. You might have seen them before in class, but I want you to actually look at them this time. I'm going to talk about them, but if you want to go look at the links some more, you can. These are all the kinds of composition I want you to know about, and they're really cool pictures, so it's not like boring to look at or anything. So rule of thirds, 9 boxes is how you know it's a rule of thirds, and then the main subject should be on one of these lines, okay? Not centered, like on this line or this line, even the sideways lines. This one again, main subject is right here. This is kind of the exact opposite of rule of thirds. It's completely centered and everything on both sides is symmetrical, pretty much. Like these are a little different, but this would be like centered or symmetry, and you want it to look almost exactly the same on both sides. This one again, this one is rule of thirds because it's got it both on both sides, but it also is exactly the same flipped upside down. So that one's kind of cool. Depth is a good photography tool. It makes everything kind of look 3D. So this picture right here, it looks like those rocks are way closer in the front than the waterfall. And you can tell like these look closer. This one, this anchor, looks way closer and like it looks like it might be real. I mean, it is real, but in a photo. Framing, we've already talked about. So this is a frame inside a frame. This tree is framing this house and this cute little lake. Leading lines, it's what, like lines that draw your eye to the main subject. They don't have to be straight. Diagonals and triangles, your eye likes stuff like that. It just makes it happy. You can kind of find them almost in every picture. Patterns and textures, this just makes it interesting. It's got a cool pattern on it. It draws your eye up here with this cool pattern. It's almost symmetry because it's almost exactly the same here, down here. Some of these have the same, like multiple kinds of composition in each. Texture. Rule of odds. Like your eye likes things in odd numbers. Instead of 2, it likes 3. Instead of 4, it likes 5. Things like that. 2 people, not as good. Fill the frame is not having a lot of empty space around it. You want it to fill up the frame exactly. This one is the exact opposite. Leave negative space. Simplicity. Just make it super, super simple. And that's real pretty. That's another one that's super simple. Pretty colors, not much going on. Follows rule of thirds, has leading lines, bunch of stuff on that one. Isolate the subject, like have just the subject showing, kind of neat. Change your point of view, so instead of excuse me, looking up at the Eiffel Tower, this is either from a giant building or an airplane or a drone or something. This one, most river pictures are taken from the side of the river. This one looks like they're standing right in the middle, so that's changing your perspective. Yep, there he is. Color combinations. It's good to use color theory when you're looking at your pictures and pick colors that complement each other. So these are the real bright colors that go good together. Reds and yellows go really good together. Things your eyes like. Rule of space. Your photo should, like, this is going to make you think that the photo is moving this way. Okay? So, like a car. If you see a car in the middle of a road, you're going to think it's not parked. You're going to think it's driving. Kind of stuff like that. These people are obviously dancing. They don't look like they're dancing well, but they're dancing. left to right. Most people think stuff moves from left to right, so you kind of want to go with that. Balance, like if this was just one giant thing right here, it would, I mean, I would have a lot of empty space over here, but this kind of balances out your photo. It looks better. These two kind of balance it out. And it's got three rule of odds. This is kind of on a third of the page, rule of thirds. It's got some nice texture. This one's got a lot of stuff. Juxtaposition, that's a fancy word that means like two things that really don't go together, but if you put them together, they look good. So there's like beautiful old church and then like modern day art and papers and newspapers. Like they don't really go together, but it kind of looks interesting in your eyes, like, oh, that's kind of cool. This one, like an old car, and then like modern day in the background. Golden triangles are kind of cool, and it's all done, I think it's all done with math, like just how you decide where the triangles go. But like you can tell there's definitely triangles in this picture. Some of them I don't get, like where's this? Like I would have never thought this is golden triangles without these lines. Kind of weird. The golden ratio one though, I really like, and it's kind of hard to see unless you're looking for it, but it's a mathematical, it's a Fibonacci spiral. So it's some kind of mathematical way that stuff is concentrated here and then it kind of spins out, and it works with photography in your eye too. So this is where your eye first looks, and then your eye kind of goes this way. So I think those are kind of cool. So we have that one. The next one, there's three, so I'd like you to look at all three. I'm going to talk about all three. So, oh no, why is my page not working? Maybe you're not looking at three. Maybe you're only looking at two. No, I just want to go. Proceed. It's not unsafe. Oh my God, that's not the page. Okay, well, maybe you're only looking at one photo. Okay. Then this is going to be the next video, so I'm going to show you that in a minute.